And I said, well, I was conceived in rape. First time I ever publicly said it. That I was conceived in rape. Do I not have a right to live? She looked me right in the face and said, you're an abomination who should not exist.
I'm so sorry.
I had never shared my story, ever. But I turned around and asked the lady with Students for Life, I said, can I borrow the microphone for a second? And I shared my story publicly for the very first time. And I ended that statement with what I always say now when I tell my story. The circumstances of my conception do not determine my worth as a human being.
I love his message so much, and I love that quote because it's really eye-opening to how terrible of a thing it is to imply that because someone is conceived through rape, the parents should be able to kill them. So I want to go further in this video to expose how bad their moral philosophy is when it plays out in different situations. Let's say a man rapes a woman, and she is his neighbor, lives right down the road, and every day she sees his children walking to school. And every time she sees his children, she gets sick to her stomach, reminded of the trauma and what he did to her. Because she feels this way, would that then give her a right to bring his children into her home one day and rip apart their limbs with a hook? No. She should go to jail because those children were innocent and don't deserve to be punished for what their father did. And in this situation, it's no different. But someone might say, well, actually, it is different. Because in the abortion scenario, the woman would have to make a huge sacrifice in order to raise a child. So she should be able to choose whether or not she wants to have it. But to this, I would say, if that justifies abortion, why wouldn't that also justify killing a child after it's been born? The sacrifice would still be there and could be a higher sacrifice if the child were to have a condition. Would it be okay for them to unalive them then? Their philosophy on this is not thought through. And if we try to build our societies on these morals, then it will fall with a great crash.